Is it working? Yes, it's working! Haha! Welcome to How I Tank. We are bringing this series back, now that I'm finally getting back in the groove of tanks and things. In this replay, I have Tofu Smurf co-commentating with me. Say hello, Tofu.
Hi, YouTube.
It's been a while since we've done these. I think we're going to bring back user submissions, but I still not quite sure how I want to handle that yet. I also hear that latest patch has some replay bugs, so I might have to wait till 8.1, so don't send in submissions just yet. Wait for the next episode, which will come sooner or later. So, for starters, Comrade and his Chaffee, me, and the Dash 2 are just waiting to figure out where the enemy is, because we don't feel like scouting for artillery because artillery presence is too high.
Just a hummel.
Yeah. Not worth really spotting for when your team can do it. So spotting that a majority of their TDs went down south, we decided we're going to have some fun. Oh, these replays are a little laggy. Oh man, sweet air.
Yeah, physics at its finest.
Remember, kids, if you can make a cool jump, and even if you get damaged, and it's still cool, it's worth it. So, we have a bunch of turretless tanks and a T-20. Let's just enjoy the shenanigans.
You almost ate it big time.
Yeah, that Ferdinand was bad. These guys just don't know what to do. I'm making extreme use of auto aim because I'm focusing on going straight. I think only one tank pushed up with us so far.
Yeah. T-52.
And I keep diving in front of the Ferdinand, expecting him to shoot me. Oh!
Full stop. So freaking lucky.
These people just did not know what hit them.
I'm actually curious to know if they did team damage in all this.
I'm guessing they probably did. That T-43 decides to make that 12T his plaything.
T-43 is a boss tank in all facets of tanking.
I didn't enjoy it in the beta too much.
It's not too bad, although I don't know how it was previously, but apparently they took a gun away or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, this replay is coming to a close, but since this is a short one, I figured I'm gonna treat you guys with another replay from a tank you have yet to see on the channel. Which you will find out in a second after I come to a very unfortunate demise.
I haven't seen this yet, so I'm very... Oh yeah.
I got max sticked.
By a llama.
By a bad llama. Well, anyway, on to the next replay, shall we? Alright, and we're in the SU-100M1 Tier 7 TD of the new Russian line. It's a very fun tank, very fast rate of fire, uses the 100 mil, and it doesn't take a telepath to know what you're thinking. So I am platooning with KM Huey in a Yag Panther, and Tofu Smurf in a French TD thing that looks like a T-25 had baby with a Yag Panther.
It's probably just as rare as your SU-100M replays in terms of sighting.
Mm-hmm.
Although I am surprised you have... I didn't realize you actually have 10 more health than me.
Well, French tanks aren't known for health. So you guys are just cruising along. You guys decided to go mid. I decided to clear top, because normally one or two small tanks races up here. Somebody needed to take care of them.
Physics.
Physics. A couple administrative things. We have a Facebook channel now. Link will be in the description. Feel free to like. If you want any of the mods you see in this video, they will be in the description as well. Mediafire link. Just download and throw into your mod folder, and everything will be hunky-dory. That was a weird phrase. So anyway, getting a fatty flank on a T-43. A little Russian on Russian action. I have the tendency to play this tank way too aggressively because of how mobile it is, even though I do have a camo net on it.
Clearly getting your money's worth.
Mm-hmm. You tend to play this a little more how it's supposed to be played.
Yeah, yeah. Don't you hate when that happens?
Using a tank to its best ability. You are madmen. So you guys are getting flanked, tankulated by IS.
Yeah,
and I'm deciding to ignore that to destroy my counterpart.
Yeah, I think this is the one where Huey got mad at me.
What's
Whoops.
new? So the rate of fire on this thing, the 100mm at 100% crew without brothers in arms. I think I do have vents, maybe. Is approximately 5.4 seconds per shot, which is
roughly
pretty good. The 100mm at tier 7 is very competitive. Tier 8 it becomes a little lacking and it sucks going up against top tiers. So I'm going over this hill to play with some Shermans. Nom nom Sherman.
And even at its tier, it has pretty good armor too.
Yeah, it can bounce these Shermans fairly well. This Sherman is using the 105 derp and he can't do much to me. And I end up penning or bouncing off him a few times, which I find a little funny.
Surprised you haven't shot that 1S in your sights yet.
Oh, just you wait.
Like a shark.
I can smell wounded tanks from a mile away.
Yep. Yeah, now I'm starting to remember this one. It's all coming back to me.
So being the little baller mobile that this thing is, I decided I'm going to go be a frontline tank and fight a grill over a hill.
Loosely translated as I'm faster than all you guys, so I can get those kills before you.
Yeah, that's the rough translation.
Not judging, by the way, at all.
Of course not.
No, it's a great skill to have in pubs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot I turned music back on. I don't think I've had music on since 6.4.
Since when you used to play this game more often.
Hey, I had the great hiatus around 7.1.
Yeah.
As we will forever call it. So yeah, while we're in this downtime, join the Facebook page. We will be posting videos whenever they come on YouTube. We will send funny pictures to your feeds and, I don't know, fallacies and such. It'll be a barrel of fun as I miss a Hummel.
That was wonderfully placed shot.
So I'm going to play the Dance with the Artillery Piece over a hill game, which is quite a fun game unless you're hit by the artillery piece, then it becomes extremely less fun. But he decides to herp his derp and run into me.
And not even fire. Jesus.
Oh, wounded tank alert.
Yeah, I remember this one too.
Tiger's running for it. I accidentally. So they got 2 tanks left. This battle is pretty much in the bag. I got 7 kills, almost 8.
Well, I mean, this is how this tank really plays, though, up to its in its optimum, role.
It's very good for taking guns off the field.
Definitely. Especially if you have a platoon of 2 or 3, volley firing, like, other battles we've done.
Mm-hmm.
They can really really get tanks out of there quick.
That's 3 shells every 5.5
Every
seconds.
5.5 seconds at high 100s, maybe low 200s if you're lucky. Damage.
I thought the average damage was 230.
Sometimes you get wonky little shots here and there.
Yeah, the damage is quite inconsistent, I will admit.
Yeah, it's more
but
often
look,
than not.
200 tanks.
Too bad you can't. Too bad.
I was trying to ram the M18, I will admit. That was my goal, then it died.
Yeah, the shame.
Anyway, that ends up this replay. I got 8 kills, got a special new medal that replaced bolters and stuff. And we will have one more replay for you in just a second. Alright, we have the E-50M, which is a lot like the E-50, except it has a more front turret, a little better slope, and a lot better acceleration. I am in a tune with Tofu in a bat chat, and Little Camper in an IS-4 Wii. If you take a look at the scoreboard, notice that a lot of their team are in the same clan, like 5-6 tanks, I believe. So Tofu and I decided that we are going to rush cap, and that's something that we don't usually see too often on a steps encounter, that the cap is usually ignored and people just go of the 1-2 line brawl. And usually the side with more firepower wins that fight.
The misconception for encounter on this map is that you're only allowed to go towards cap if you're capping, and really some people should understand that you should use the cap as a device to help, you know, like, well, you're gonna find out in a minute, but to really screw with the enemy.
So Tofu's going for the base of their hill using that nice bat shot speed. He's loaded by now, so he can actually shoot something. I decided to take up a more sniping position and use this rock. This rock right here is your best friend. You will be able to avoid arty fire, avoid tank fire, and anything. So they're sending a few tier 8s at us. That AMX 5100 can pen me pretty reliably. So I'm sticking to this rock and tickling his butt.
Indeed. See, what we forced them here is if they continue to push cap, I'm not spotted yet, I don't believe. And if they come down that hill, it's a fully loaded bat chat that will finish off whatever you know, Smig has damaged.
Like that invisible 5100.
Yeah, if they reverse, you know, they put themselves in a bad position to get artilleried, or like that 5100 get really screwed.
And if you see a tank going off in the distance and he disappears, you feel free to take a shot unless you're using a high alpha or a high damage cannon that takes forever to reload. If you have a reload less than 10 seconds, feel free to shoot in the dark at tanks. It's worth it, and you probably will hit them if you lead them right.
Safe with a high velocity gun too.
Yeah, the E-50 cannon is, I think, currently the most accurate gun in the game. I know it's the most accurate N-tier gun in the game, at the very least. So they're coming one by one. They don't know how to break this. They're still engaged in the 1-2 line brawl, and they're not doing too hot. They've lost an E4. This Lorraine decides he wants to charge me.
Yeah.
And in doing so, he gets attacked by a 1375? No. I don't know what.
He's about to get tapped right there.
And he runs straight into Tofu's fully loaded bat chat.
Yep.
So now Tofu, they know Tofu's there, so Tofu can engage the Pershing, which decides to tickle my tracks.
You know, this is probably a good battle to illustrate the importance of map control, which I think people take too lightly in battles. You know, they like to camp and sit back and like, oh, make them come to us. But you know, specifically when you have, you know, if you're at that tier where artillery actually does good damage, if you don't give them the map space to do their work, then defending base is really irrelevant when you nullify 2 of your own tanks. Also,
we controlled the cap, so we we were throwing the ball into their court. They had to come to us to do anything.
Yeah, and now it's about prevention or distraction, keeping them from going to cap or killing them on their way to cap.
So they have a T-52 and a T-50-9, but I'm pretty sure they don't have enough time. This IS-3 shoots him, whiffs it, and I decided to make use of that nice E-50 cannon to tickle his pickle. So there you have it. 3 replays. Another episode of How I Tank. We'll call this Season 2, how about? So I don't have to find out what episode I left it in the dark on. So again, mods are in the description. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Steam. Feel free to say hi to us in game. We're generally friendly. Unfortunately, we're mostly running in tune, so we won't be able to tune with you. Nick is a dick. I mean, Comrade is a dick. You didn't know his real name. I didn't say that.
My name is Francisco.
His name is Francisco Comrade.
His real name is Dick.
His real name is Dick. And he is a comrade. And we will see you next time on How I Tank.